first, I was interested in doing the presenting, being in front of the camera, doing lots of packages. But then I started to experience what it was like being in the studio, producing and directing. And now I really prefer more to direct and to produce a news program rather than being in front of the camera. A typical news day would be coming in every Thursday. So our news days is on Thursdays, and you come in and you either have a prepared package already for the news program for that day, or you find something on that day. You find a story and you make a package out of it. So some people go out and film some packages of stories that day, and then some people stay in to do some editing. So that'd be, so if I go out and film a story, I can just send back the filming, the videos back to the studio, and they'd edit it for me. And we have our producer creating a program, creating the bulletin, an assistant helping out, just trying to see where everyone is at, and everyone is doing their own thing. But everyone needs to communicate. Everyone is communicating constantly with the producer, and then once it's closer to the live broadcast, we start to have everything transferred into the studio, and everything needs to be done. The cues need to be done. Everything is on iNews. All your writing and your duration and stuff like that, you need to get everything done, and then we do a run through in the studio. Sometimes you don't get run through because everyone's trying to figure it out, or there's technical difficulties. But and then after that, you just do a live show. For me, news days are really stressful. I go in knowing that it's going to be stressful and come out more stressful than I thought it would be. But my favorite part is when we do the actual live program. There's a lot of adrenaline that goes through your blood, and but everything is flowing, and sometimes things go wrong, but then at the end of that news program, you're like, okay, yeah, we did it. Especially when I've directed or I produce, it's like chilled up until the point where not chilled, but it's like you stress. But then up until the live program, everything is like all together. Everything that you've done during that day is going to be put out, and then after, when it's done, it's such a sigh of relief, and it makes you feel so proud, and it's so satisfying when you've produced or directed, and that's my favorite part. My advice for second years is to be organized and be prepared. I think even if you don't have a package on that day, I think on that day you have to be active. So if you're not prepared and organized, you always have to be active and take initiative in making new stories, and like work with your team.